Ruggs. Henry Ruggs has been charged with a DUI and resulting in a death. He is currently at the hospital now, still getting treated for his injuries. But after he is able to get released from the hospital, it is kind of expected that he will be going to jail to at least get booked and officially charged with his DUI and basically like a involuntary manslaughter of this guy. So Combs, I want to kick it to you first here. You're kind of hearing this like just before the show started because you've been busy with like work. What are your first initial reactions when you heard this news?
I mean, it's sad. I mean, somebody lost their life, and it was taken by somebody who got behind the wheel while intoxicated. Now, DUI could mean alcohol, DUI could mean drugs, but regardless of the situation, you made the conscious decision to use something and then get behind the wheel. And for me, that should be, it'll probably be something like manslaughter or something like that, but that should absolutely be murder. And because it's premeditated, you decided to get behind the wheel, you decided to do those things. And I've always been a big proponent of somebody who drinks and drives, and I'm not saying, look, I mean, people have one or two drinks and can be not even impaired and drive just fine. I'm talking about to the point where you are incoherent and they can tell right when they arrived at the scene that you are either drunk or under the influence. That's the I don't condone it. And for Henry Ruggs, it's sad because it's a real waste of a career. I Look, this is the NFL. You always get second chances. Henry Ruggs, should go to jail for this, should do time for this. How much time remains to be seen. It really, I mean, we're still waiting for facts to come out. So I'm going to reserve judgment before we hear all the facts. But if it holds true, if he was under the influence, if this is a DUI situation, then it's got to be the maximum penalty for me, which would mean that this guy's career is done, and it's a waste of a career, a waste of a lot of talent, and it's a shame.
Yeah, so a few things you said, Combs, here. You are waiting for the facts. The facts is his Corvette hit a SUV and caught it on fire and killed the person that was inside. If you saw the pictures, he had to been
fast had you been going?
Yeah, he had to been flying to basically do what he did. So there's strike one. Strike two is I don't care if you had one drink or 15 drinks. He was arrested for impairment. Whether now I'm going to wait till I get to my point on this, and we'll let Tori speak on it. But he was arrested for impairment. Fact number 3 was that he has the means, he has the money, he has the capabilities. He lives in the city where he could have easily got a ride. Tori, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, right away, my first thought is two things: Uber and Lyft. Way cheaper. There is literally zero reason in this day and age ever to get a DUI outside of selfishness and pride. There is no call for it. I mean, I was young and dumb. I have a DUI, and it's one of those things that absolutely changed my life. I'm lucky I never got into an accident. I got pulled over. I got my ticket. You know what? It changed my world at that point. You know, I don't drink a ton anymore. And if I go out and I have my vehicle and people say, well, you want to have a drink? No, I won't. If I have my vehicle, I will not get behind the wheel if I've had a drink at all. If somebody says, hey, let's go out, I'll be like, all right, I'll meet you there, but I'm taking an Uber. So I Uber at home. Like, right. I there's literally no reason to ever put yourself in that position ever again.
Especially when you make that much money.
Absolutely. Though, like I said, it's at that point, it's pride or selfishness or narcissism that you're just like, I don't want somebody to know where I live or whatever. Yeah. The fact, and like you said, the fact that his Corvette hit a SUV and set it on fire, he smoked that thing. Yeah. He had to be hot rodding and smoked it.
And for me, the conscientious decision to do that is what kills it for me. Is that
Yes.
this wasn't just a dumb decision. This wasn't just a kid being young and dumb and doing something stupid and getting caught. This was a conscious decision to get impaired, to get behind the wheel of your vehicle, and to do excessive speed limits. Because if you crash fast enough, and I've seen some pretty bad accidents, if you crash into something fast enough that you just instantly set it on fire, that's ridiculous. It had to have been maxed out. Had